On today's episode of Recipe Rehab, the chefs bite into brownies and bring down the calories from 585 all the way to a sweet 44 per serving. Find out how they did it and who's tasted the best.
They're incredible.
It's so good.
Alexandra loves her brownies, but she can't have gluten, a big ingredient in this dessert. Let's head to the kitchen and see how our first competitor, Aida, is planning on attacking this treat.
Okay, this round we've got Alexandra Tenney, and she wants a redo of some brownies. She can't have any gluten at all in her diet. So we're going to have to figure out how to take care of that and also make it a little healthier along the way. The number one way to really take care of gluten-free is to look for a gluten-free flour. So I use rice flour. They're going to be a cocoa brownie as opposed to a chocolate brownie. So we're going to actually use the cocoa powder to kind of really act as the main flour in the recipe, which is also gluten-free.
Now for Aida's competitor, Mareya in the yellow kitchen.
Who doesn't love brownies? So let's get started. We've got our gluten-free flour. I'm also going to add in a sugar substitute. We've got 2 cups of that, and then I'm going to add in my baking soda, and then I've got a little bit of salt, and I'm basically just going to take a mixing spoon and mix that up together. We're going to add in the wet ingredients after this and make sure everything is perfectly blended up.
So in the bowl we have some brown rice flour, some cocoa powder that is unsweetened. Alexandra's original recipe had some cinnamon in there, so I'm going to add just a touch, and then a little bit of salt because you really want to give the recipe a backbone. This is some baking powder so that we can really get some nice airiness in this.
The fun begins. We get to add some chocolate. We've got at least 70% cocoa powder. That's adding a lot of great vitamins and minerals to your food. I mean, did you even know that you could add chocolate in and still keep it healthy? So the other thing that I'm going to add to my brownies that is really a great kicker is antioxidant-rich berries. I've got my pureed mixed berries here, and I take every opportunity to get as much produce into my meals so that we make every bite count. These just amplify the taste of that berry and just like pow in your mouth. I mean, it's serious, it's so good.
In this bowl, we're going to start off with some plain low-fat yogurt. This is actually subbing in for all of the normal oil or butter that would be used in a traditional brownie recipe.
I've got my dark chocolate chips. When you use the dark chocolate, you're taking out the fat because this is really all about the cocoa powder. And then I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of the vanilla extract, and then we're going to add in the water here. We've taken out the butter and we're going to add in olive oil. So balsamic vinegar, okay, this is like the secret weapon. What this does is that little bit of acidity is going to totally rock this world. I mean, it's going to play up the berries, the chocolate. What is she doing? That is crazy, but so crazy good.
So the original recipe had a couple of eggs. In this recipe, we're going to do 2 egg whites. A good rule of thumb is 1 egg can be substituted with 2 egg whites. Now keep in mind, egg whites will make things a little bit drier and they'll raise things a little bit. So if you don't want height, maybe not use egg whites in your recipe. And then the sugar, this is unrefined cane sugar. And then the secret ingredient is a little bit of espresso. This is really going to add some depth, and it rounds out the chocolate flavor. I really do feel it adds another dimension to the recipe. So at this point, we're seriously just going to dump and stir and get it in the oven.
So I've got my baking dish, just going to spray with my nonstick cooking spray, and then I'm going to pour my batter in. Okay, so I'm going to pop that into the oven. You know that they're done when you have a nice springy brownie.
Brownie bites are good to go. They're going to go into the oven 15 to 20 minutes. You're going to want to use a toothpick to check them. I like them more towards 15 minutes because they're a little moister and they just have a great texture. If you want a little bit drier, go ahead and take them up to 20 minutes.
I can smell it now. Check it out. They're nice and warm. I'm going to give that a little crown there.
Let's check out the stats board. The brownies that Alexandra loves have been coming in at a whopping 585 calories per serving with 39.6 grams of fat. Mareya's Brownie Rehab brings her dish to 300 calories per serving with only 10.6 grams of fat.
And there you have it.
They're so adorable. You're gonna love them.
Aida goes even further with hers, coming in at 44 calories per serving and only 0.7 grams of fat.
Mareya, these are pretty good. I don't know. I'm excited to see what you got to bring to the table too. And Alexandra, I don't think you'll be missing the gluten. You're gonna let me know what you think.
The calories have been cut. Now let's see who triumphs on taste.
Moment of truth. They're both really good. And the winning recipe is the yellow recipe.
Mareya wins.
Ah, jeez. Mareya, you beat me this time. Congratulations.
Yeah. I took it.
To see more Recipe Rehab, subscribe or watch another episode right now. And don't forget to watch Fitness Guinea Pig, where we test today's hottest workout and diet trends.